Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Craig Rubzinski, and I'm here with assistant coach Kallay of the Rochester Knighthawks. And Kyle, assistant coach, man, you got elevated to the assistant coaching position this season. How much are you looking forward to the opportunity?
I'm extremely excited for the opportunity. I'm really grateful to Dan Carey and Mike Hazen. They're two people that have given me a ton of opportunity within this organization, and couldn't be more excited about the opportunity ahead to work with the offense and take us another step forward this year as a team and as an offense.
So you've been with us since the first year. I mean, how did you get involved with the Knighthawks?
So I was pretty fortunate. Dan Carey and I had a previous relationship coaching together at the Hill Academy many years back, and we had just stayed in contact through the years. And the opportunity came about, whether it was, I think, through a mutual friend, just kind of mentioned that Dan was looking for someone to do some scouting, and Dan and I connected, and that was how the opportunity began. Was doing Eastern scouting. Um, Watching junior games, senior games in the summer here, and then, providing my input towards that first entry draft, our first year there.
So I know that you also not only did scouting, but then you added on the ability to do video work, which is very important these days. How'd you get involved in that line of work, and do you really enjoy it?
I do really enjoy it. Again, same idea. I think that doing the scouting work, I guess the info and input that I was providing to the coaches and to Dan, they appreciated. And so again, just the opportunity came about to take on a larger role of working with the coaching staff and the players and breaking down film. It's so crucial to our preparation week in and week out. And it really has allowed me as well to further my knowledge, deepen my sort of toolbox as well, working with the team. And, you can never watch enough film because there's always something you can learn, whether it's about your own team or about who you're preparing for.
Speaking of learning, you have two mentors, Pat O'Toole, Mike Hazen. They've pretty much done everything you can do as a player and a coach. What have you learned from those two?
Uh, they just have a ton of wealth of knowledge. First and foremost, they're both great people. They're so, awesome to work with. And then coaching wise, I just really admire that they bring a ton of poise to the bench. They also they really treat everyone as humans first, and I think that goes a long way with the respect that they have from our players. And I just feel grateful that they treat me with that same respect, and I think we really work well together because we kind of have a very collaborative environment led by Hazer, and I think that goes a long way for us making decisions that ultimately serve the team best.
So you've been kind of a guy behind the scenes, but now you're kind of going to be out in the forefront a little bit. So let's learn a little bit more about you, Kyle. You grew up in Orangeville. Obviously, that's a hotbed of lacrosse. What makes that such a lacrosse city?
I think Orangeville it's got deep roots. Everyone there is, really indebted to the game. And I think that's the biggest thing, is that there's a continual give back from players that play in the organization. They're always trying to give back and coach at the youth level and continue that tradition. And it really sort of bleeds into generation and generation of players that really hold that tradition strong to them, and it continues to carry on and carry forward. And everyone has a great sense of pride in being able to say that they were an Orangeville Northman.
I know one of the similarities that we have is we both went to Mercyhurst, although it was a college when I went there, and it's a university when you went there. That's how old I am. But how great was it to be a Laker as a player and as a coach?
It was an amazing experience. I was fortunate in high school. My coach, Patrick Merrill, who also went there, was someone that I really looked up to. And that's how Mercier's kind of came onto my radar. And he took me down to a Final Four game when I was in high school against New York Tech. And again, I got to meet Coach Ryan. I got to see the game. I got to see the campus. And it was just so much different than anything that there is in Canada And from there on out, I really had my sights set on hoping that I could go there. And I was fortunate that I ended up working out, and my experience was second to none. Getting to play and win a national championship, getting to experience coaching in a national championship, just a ton of success program wide. It was, again, an experience that I wouldn't trade for anything.
So your coaching resume also includes, working at the Hill Academy, pretty prestigious lacrosse program there. What are some of your best memories working with such, world-class players and coaches?
Just that. One, I was fortunate enough I went there as a student, and so again, there was a tremendous amount of pride in being able to go back and work at a place that meant a lot to me because it had a huge impact on me being able to go on and play college lacrosse. And then exactly that, working with Brody and Patrick Merrill, their father Peter, they were mentors for me. And then along the other coaches as well, Riley O'Connor, Luke Magnan, Reed Acton, again, people that became some of my best friends. We had amazing experiences because you're in the trenches daily, working with these student athletes that have the same aspirations that you went on to accomplish. And we were very fortunate to have a lot of fun, a lot of success, and got to work with players like Jeff Teat, Dyson Williams, and that only helps you as a coach is being around tremendous people and tremendous players that you can learn from as well.
Here with Kallay of the Rochester Knighthawks, and Kyle, what should fans be most excited about this year from this Knighthawks team?
I think that you're seeing a young team that's continuing to grow and find their way, and building on last year's playoff berth. I think we're looking to do what we can to take another step, and I think that's what's exciting is that this group is continually growing, and hopefully we can keep pushing forward here and getting better.
How much are you looking forward to training camp? I know it's just around the corner.
Very excited. It's when you get to this time of year, it really starts to sneak up, and it can't get here fast enough.
All right, Kyle. Well, hey, thanks for joining me, and congratulations on your promotion. Very well deserved.
Thanks very much, Ripper.
All right. Thanks a lot, Kyle.